Sure is, yeah. Just step on the X, it'll pop open for you. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Jay Banks. Tuesday, back in the saddle, May 6th. I'm excited, bro. How you feeling?
I'm feeling amazing, dude. I'm like ready to go. We're we're in the thick of things right now. Very excited about just everything that's going on. Not only with the store, with the V Friends community, just in general, we are just cooking over here. There's so much happening at one time, and I'm here for it, man. I'm ready to see where the future holds with what we're about to see take place on May 7th, which is tomorrow.
So right now, I'm talking to my Instagram and Facebook and Twitch and YouTube crew. Everybody over here is on Whatnot. So what's up, everybody over here? I want to talk to you guys because you guys need to introduce. You guys need to meet. We need the VeeFam to meet the tribe. We need the tribe to meet the VeeFam. So what we're talking about is Gary Vaynerchuk's new TCG. It's a trading card game, right? Very similar to like what Pokemon did back in the 90s, but it is it's amped up, right? It's Disney, it's Marvel. They've got cartoons behind it already. They've got plushes. They've got a little bit of everything already. And he's only 3 years in right now, which is crazy. And he plans on spending he said it himself, the next 30 to 40 years building this thing. And tomorrow is the Topps Chrome drop. So this is the actual drop that they're going to do with Topps Chrome, the very first time they're doing it. They've got hobby boxes, blaster boxes, and it's going crazy, bro. Like, if you're a part of the community, you understand the hype behind it. If you're not a part of the community, then you're missing out, because this is something that's going to build and build and build to the point where, like, I can definitely see him getting a license deal with Kings Island, right? So Kings Island is over here in Ohio. He's big on Ohio. He keeps representing Ohio for some reason. Got the Gratitude Gorilla shirt on as well. Let's go. But so with
Have a good day.
Appreciate you guys. Thanks for coming in. So real quick, sorry Instagram for Whatnot. We're inside a clothing store right now. The store is open. We're right across some water from downtown Cincinnati. It's a place called Newport on the Levee, but we're open 7 days a week. And on Tuesdays, we film in store. I'm not even sure if this, can you get on this? Is this live? Because it's just me talking to myself right now. And I'm not sure because I had two things set up and then it just disappeared on here. So I don't know. Hey, all right, there we are. We're live. Let's go. All right, so now that Andrew's in here, I'm going to try to bring Andrew in. All right, I think I just invited you to co-host. Give us 1 minute for technical difficulties. You guys can see what Andrew's doing over here. All right. There he is. Andrew, what's cracking, bro?
Can you hear me?
And you got to turn that sound off. All right, perfect. All right, now we're back in business. So for anybody that is on Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, any of the stuff that we go live on, we are going to start going live on Whatnot 3 days a week, where we're selling product out of the store on Whatnot. And then on Tuesdays, we're going to be going live on this as well. We're going to figure out how to tune in. What's that?
We have an echo. just a message in the chat.
All right. So if it's an echo on there, it's just the sound from the phone is picking it up. Then
Okay, that must be it. I'm sharing out.
yeah, we'll get that figured out too because we're going to. I'm going to order some cords so we can actually just dump this right into our soundboard, right into the phone, so you guys can actually hear our full conversation. Yeah, I had it in the best spot. Now you're going to be covering the Instagram, Facebook, Twitch. You're going to be covering all that. All right. So, anyways, we're in the middle of watching a box break. So this shit is getting intense, man. It's getting to the point where I am staring at whatnot all the time on the VeeFriends feeds, trying to figure out what's going on, what characters are popular, what character to even look out for, because obviously Series 1 was in its lane of its own. Series 2, you really found out what characters were good and what characters stood out from the others. It was definitely like Gary pushing 5 or 6 characters up onto a pedestal, right, to make sure that they got their shine. And he's smart like that, though. He's going to do that. You know, we were talking about what the popular characters from the Topps Chrome is going to be. And like the perfect Persian cat is one of those where, you know, it's the core of the Series 2 starts at $250. But in the new pack, I've seen them open a bunch of times. And it seems like, you know, if I'm in the mindset of Gary, I'm thinking, okay, Persian Cat's got a ton of exposure. Notorious Ninja's got a ton of exposure. All these characters. And we'll explain to you guys on Instagram what all these characters mean. But I really feel like Gary's going to take the characters that are kind of underrated and that haven't gotten the limelight, and he's going to push those up in either the Topps Chrome or the next series of the Topps Chrome. It's inevitable, the way that his brain works, man.
Yeah, I think you make a good point about the Persian cat because that character is predominant on the cartoons.
Yeah.
So
and it's popular because it's the highest rated card in the TCG game too. Did you know that? It's the only character that has 75.
Yes. Well, Elephant
73.
70.
Right.
There's one that I saw that has a high. I have the card. I thought I have one that's got a pretty high. I have to look, but it's like maybe the cow or the. One of those have a pretty high, but Persian cat is high as well. That's the thing is, it's a good card, but when I'm actually like kind of thinking about it, when I'm watching them pull these Chrome packs and I see the Persian cat.
Appreciate
pulled,
you guys tuning in.
Yeah, guys. When I see the Persian cat pulled, I'm like, not as if you were to get the Series 2. You're like through the roof that you got it, but this next like Topps Chrome, it doesn't seem like the Persian cat's there, where other characters are starting to like
get it shine.
Yeah, because that Persian cat's been used a lot. So like I feel like I don't know if there's some exhaustion in there or the value. I mean, I don't know how it's going to work.
I think Gary knows exhaustion better than anybody, and he knows not to beat the Persian cat to death. Right. Same thing with the black cat. Like. You know, I feel like he's like a horse trainer, bro. You know what I mean? Like he wants this horse to get up in front, and then he wants to make sure that there's longevity in all of his entire stable. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I really feel like he's, I mean, I guess I do know how the tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, like that's how the rarities became. So that's how people started going after. The ninja, the black cat, the Persian cat, because these are characters that were the tier 1s that were harder to find.
Right.
But once all the characters are introduced, how do you raise the ship? You know what I mean? How do you? Because we talk about it all the time. You're only as good as your weakest link, and I know for a fact that that's what Gary's thinking on this entire thing. Is like, I want all my players to be Charizard or Blastoise.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm right with you. Yeah, exactly. And I think it's an interesting point to having you're only as strong as your weakest link. And that's a really powerful thing to say in the situation because Gary knows what the chat is saying. He's got enough ears to the ground to know where popular characters are being embraced, I guess you could say. What characters are being embraced, which characters are showing longevity. I mean, there's a reason he puts the decisive duck on the box. He put heart eyes in it.
It was cute as fuck.
Yeah, and not only did he do that, he made the word decisive, so it's not even the cutest set of words, but it's a cute character.
Right.
You know what I mean? He could have done anything with. He could have, because the alliteration isn't all alliteration. Like, think about some of these; they're not necessarily like the same words back to back.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are, but like some of them are a little off. It's not fully alliteration. It's just the way he words things, and he could have worded anything as it is. He's so particular with his combos because and he's like looking at the animal and looking what it could possibly be, and then pairing it together while giving a story, and then putting it in a cartoon, and then putting it on a box and making you love it. And from nothing, and it's still cards at the end of the day, and it's incredible.
That's a good introduction for everybody that's on Instagram and Facebook right now. Is all the characters that are in VeeFriends. It's a trading card game, yeah, but there's a lot of value to the cards, which is one of the reasons why we're like head over heels for it. But each character, it's positive energy that they're putting out, right? And it's like, which one do you relate to? Is it the alert ape? Is it the decisive duck that you were saying? Is it the empathy elephant? You know what I mean? There's characters that you just gravitate towards. You don't know why, right? Like the willful wizard. You don't know why you gravitate towards it, but it's one of those things where it's like, I relate to this thing.
Yeah.
And now I want the plush. I want the 6-inch figure, the 2-inch figure. I want the cards. I want it all, the T-shirts, the whole nine, and he's already got all that available within the first 2 years of dropping the product, which is pretty crazy, bro.
Yeah, I really, I have a few things to say about that actually. So, I love that. I love this double screen thing right here. That's awesome.
Yeah, it looks good actually.
I would love to see the native one look just like that on the Instagram.
It's got to be easy. We should be able to figure it out for real.
So, I want to kind of give
I figured it out in my head right now how to do it. Yeah.
I figured it. Just a little quick IT check. So, it's a perfect example of what you just said. So when I first got into the community, I've been, keeping an eye and watching what Gary's doing since 2016. I even found the exact show that someone gave me,
that's fine.
a reference. Crazy, right? I was looking for it. I knew it was a Thompson House show, and I knew what time of year it was because it was warm. I remember all those details. I remember the person who told me. I don't remember his name, but doesn't matter. Not important. What is important is now we're into VeeFriends, and Gary V has brought it up, and I first took that quiz. I was like, it was like the first weekend. I was like, take the quiz to find out what character you are. Mm-hmm. But after being
genius.
But after being in it for a month, when I answered those questions before, I explained it last night on the stream with John G. But I'll say it again. I kind of answered those questions in an aggressive, the most aggressive format I could have, not really thinking about. I was just like, oh, this is like Gary V thing, like these answers are that. Right. But when I got a whole month into it and I started seeing other characters, I took the test again because I thought it might be a little bit more. I understand what's happening more. So I took it again, figuring I'd get the same character because I didn't know there was that many. But apparently every character's on the board in that quiz, which is cool. Popped up. It started with the Loyal Lobster. It was my first time I took the quiz, which I liked it because it was on a hat. That's cool. But then I got the Decisive Duck, and I definitely gravitate to the Decisive Duck. Don't get me wrong. I'm a loyal human, you, Jay, would know, and my friends would know. Anyone that knows me would know. I'm here for the team. I'll bring my talents to the table. Within whatever I need to do. But at the same time, we're gonna make a fucking decision. Decisive. You know what I mean? Like, we're gonna make a decision on something. My anxiety won't let something linger too long, or else I'll be like, all right, a decision needs to be made one way or another. Someone's feelings may get hurt here, but a decision needs made. It is what it is, because the world's going to keep spinning. We need to make a decision to move on, even if it isn't favoring me or if it isn't favoring the person that came up with the idea or whatever. A decision needs made. A decision needs made. Decisive duck. It stuck with me. And then there's a pin. I got the pin, and that ability to get those characters sucked me more in.
It just, yeah.
You know what I mean? Because if I would have gotten, let's say I would have gotten the alert ape. There's not necessarily the pin.
Right.
But I think you can get it, but I think it's probably the chances of getting these characters. I'm pretty sure all characters are available in the quiz. I don't know how.
On the quiz, yeah.
Yes,
sure.
the quiz. But I happen to get the loyal lobster and the decisive duck. But I heard someone got a bullish bull, and there's not even a lot of out there for him. There's not a hat of his.
Right.
But the loyal lobster has a hat. So the way Gary is putting this is so strategically genius, because he's putting items out there that you can land in the quiz, and you're like, I'm the creative crab. I'm definitely getting that hat.
Right.
And then all of a sudden the card comes up, and the card may not have a ton of value, but you're going to get the creative crab
Cynical
card.
cat.
Got it?
Just a base.
That's okay. That covers that, what we were talking about. We've got all 4 characters now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It doesn't say heck, but it does have like an asterisk and a exclamation point or something. But the Halloween stuff, man, the vibing vampire, like all that stuff, like
Jacko,
Jolly Jacko, like he's genius, bro. He's like the way that he's setting all this up is like so simple, but it would take somebody of Gary's tenacity to make it happen. You know what I mean? Like, there's only one way that this would ever be possible, and if you have somebody as relentless as Gary V as the front runner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's a horse, bro. He's Seabiscuit. Like, he's got the blinders on. He knows how long the track is, and he sees the end goal, and he's going for it. Like, regardless.
Yeah. I mean, he is. He has. Thanks. I missed it earlier. There's so much going on. By the way,
so much going on.
We have a lot.
It's impressive.
We have a lot. We did a good job. A high five for that one. Okay, so, well, a lot goes to Jay. Jay sets this up like a machine. But I can get my
6 shooters, bro.
I could come in, but it's like so many hands in that area is hard. This area is you have to be really in your space. It's almost like the original computers, like before Mac came along, when you just knew where all of your icons were, and you had to click everything. Because when Mac came along, they changed a little bit how things worked, but because it was hotkeys.
Right.
But there was a time when the folders mattered, how quick you could get there, because it was like just like the printer.
Yeah.
Just like the printer, you have to.
Oh, yeah.
But now that we can type in the design, that's helpful.
I mean, but like this here, like I'm impressed with myself, bro, because like the other day you were like, oh shit, headphones aren't working. I was like, bang, went down under the table, one little thing, boom, good to go.
Got it.
You're like,
Yep.
got it. And it's a lot of wires, bro. It's like that.
Yep.
This was me in the 90s. Like this, like when I was 15 years old, this, like my room, I was a sound fanatic, bro. So I had just that regular boom box that you would sit on your dresser, right? But then I had 8 speakers set up, like 8 different style speakers set up in like a pyramid that went over the top of the thing, just to give it like extra bass and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
that's cool.
Brought in the right speakers, the mids, the highs. And my dad is like, your room is fucking 8x10, dude. Like how many speakers do you need? You know what I mean? But like, I've always been that way, bro. Even like, I remember going to Best Buy and buying a 5.1 surround sound system for my bedroom. and the very first DVD that I played was Gone in 60 Seconds. And it was insane, bro. Like the beginning of that movie with the sound and then the glass breaking and all this stuff, like the high-speed chase, that 5.1 surround sound, I was like, I'm the man. I'm the man in this little 8x10 bedroom at my parents' house, 15 years old, bro. Like, get out of here. But anyways, man, we are okay. So let's get on the topic of these hobby box prices, bro. Because this is something that it's crazy to see, because we know guys that are in the shoe game that that own big time shoe stores. We know guys that resell shoes. Like the Nike contracts, when they come out with them, they go, okay, so you own a store. They do all the analytics. How many stores are in your area, population, the square footage of your store. And then Nike goes, okay, here's how much you can spend with us per year. And then on top of that, you can't just buy the Travis Scotts and the Kobe's and all that other stuff. Like they go, okay, if you want the hype stuff, then you're gonna have to go ahead and buy the Stephen Janoskis and the free runs and the shoes that normally are at Foot Locker, right? Like the shit that you can buy every day, which is smart because Nike's like, look, we're not gonna let, just like Gary V, we're not gonna let the little guys slide off. If you're buying the big boys, you're gonna buy the little guys too.
Yeah.
But when it comes to big box retailers, they've got status quo. They've got laws and rules. And so, GameStop, for instance, GameStop is going to be handling the blaster boxes, which is a smaller box, still bangers inside, not the hobby box that you get at a card shop. Mm-hmm. But the hobby box or the blaster boxes are going to be $25, and that's for I wish I would have had it pulled up.
Are you watching that stream too?
Yeah. What was it? Here, you want me to put it in the middle so we both see it?
Yeah, that's cool.
Here, we can put it right here.
Oh, cool. Oh, how about I go get that little thing, dude?
Here, we got this. This will work. Boom, that's perfect. This is perfect. Yeah, bro.
That's hilarious.
Perfect.
This thing's interesting.
So, anyways, what were we talking about? We were talking about the prices.
Prices of blasters.
So, okay, so when it comes to shoe stores, right? And this is for everybody on Whatnot right now, because we're trying to figure out what the price of the hobby boxes are going to be. I guess it's been about a month ago when they dropped the pre-release. The hobby boxes were $99, and you had a chance to buy 2 of them. I got in, Andrew got in, everybody got in, and nobody hit. I mean, some people hit, but basically nobody hit. I really feel like that was the test market. You know what I mean, Andrew? I think that was a test market for how many people are really interested in the VeeFriend stuff.
Yes.
And so those were only $99. Now, Topps is going to release them tomorrow at 11 a.m. on Topps.com in a raffle, just like the shoe raffle and all that other stuff. And they're going to be $139 for the hobby box, which is, still it's $40 more than what it was 3 weeks ago, but it's still a decent price for fans that want to make it happen.
Same price.
Yeah. So, but I've been calling everywhere today about the price of the hobby box. I've called Hit Seekers, I've called Hit Kings, I've called Who's Hangout, I've called Hooterville in Cincinnati.
Hooterville. What's that?
It's a card store. Not the town isn't called Hooterville, which is weird. It's just the name of the. But they are Hooterville is just carrying cases, so they're only selling them by the case. I talked to Hooves, I talked to Hit Seekers, I've talked to Hit Kings, and all of their prices are between $360 to $400 for one hobby box. And
That's insane, bro.
and-
What?
And so yeah, dude. So I'm thinking it's like, all right, well, where's the regulation at? Because like, how can Nike regulate what shoe stores do, but Topps can't regulate what card shops do? You know what I mean? Like, I get it. It's a suggested MSRP. It's a suggested retail price, but you know, for the collectors, like, how do you price yourself out of the market? And like, as if I was Gary V, like, I would make sure that there's no price gouging, because if all the boxes are $139.99 at all the stores, they're gone in 1 hour.
Yeah.
If they're $400, these boxes are going to sit on the shelves for a week or two, and then trickle out once the card store busts open the box and starts selling them individually by the packs or something.
Yeah, which I think is what's going to happen.
I think that is too, but
Because Pokemon was always individual by the pack. You could buy more, but the packs are a little... Oh, yeah. So a little dude could get involved, because there's no way for a little dude of like 12 to 14, unless his parents are rolling.
unless his dad's right there, like, and they're trying to relate.
But one pack, a mom will be like, "Sure, I'll buy you one pack," and Gary has to know the one packs have
Have value for sure.
there should be incentivized, or like you said, regulations, something that.
So what happens? So Gary's got, I don't know how many hobby boxes they put out. I couldn't remember. I used to know that info, but once all the hobby boxes are delivered to the card shops, is Gary's job done? Is he sold out at that point? Because Hooves Hangout bought a case, this place bought a case, and so now it's on them. You know what I mean? Like that might
Maybe makes sense.
That might not draw the line in the sand, but it might open up the point of view of why these retailers are overpricing this stuff. You know what I mean? But at the same time, if the card shops are buying them for $139, then why aren't, you know what I mean? It's, if the card shop's buying for $139, then Gary's job's done. Like, the boxes are sold out, and then you can do whatever you want with them. But that's not the way that I feel like this goes. I feel like this goes to the masses, you know, and then it's up to the card shops, and it's up to the community to dictate how well these sell. You know what I mean? Because these card shops, they could buy these boxes for $139 and then try to flip them for $400, and then end up sitting on them for a year, just like resellers do, like for the shoe stores. You know what I mean? So like, what
keeps them
where's the regulation in it?
What keeps them just camping on them?
Right. And that's the thing. Again, a good example is camping on them. Like, you know, you got a box of Illusion from 2022, you know, that has, even let's go back to 2020, 2021, like a Joe Burrow rookie card. You know what I mean? Like you've got boxes of these Illusion cards that have been sitting in your shop, and you're hanging on to them because you bought it at a cheap price, but now you don't want to, you know, you put them in there for $400 a box and nobody buys it. Or like you said, you just hang on to it for 2 years, and then you put it in the store as a, oh look, we still have some 2021, you know, Illusion NFL box, and now it's going for $2,000 because, you know, the rare Patrick Mahomes or rare Joe Burrow is still out there.
Yeah, well, like, there's another one, man. I'm cranking them out.
Let's go.
It's just fascinating to see these cards. I want one of those. I want one of the refractors, but who knows? You know, my biggest take with this whole thing on like camping on them and holding on to them and stuff. If someone is willing to take that to that level, Okay, we got something coming up here. If someone's willing to go to that level and camp on a card or camp on the cards, they obviously see the value. So Gary's going to be resourceful. Robin almost went for that one. That's Charlie's favorite. So Gary has to recognize that this is going to happen. He has to have a contingency plan for not all the packs getting out to the community through these cards. There has to be some like you said, regulation, something that's going to keep these places accountable, because right now we could be calling up and saying they have packs and they could be like telling us false information if they really see the value in it. And like, if we would have known what Pokemon was going to become,
nobody would have played with the cards. There would be so many tens in the world.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to. No, everyone would have played quote unquote, but collected differently if we would have known what Pokemon was going to become. You honestly think, I was talking about today off camera, you honestly think I would have left I had a whole binder of first editions on like every character. I mean, I have a holographic Charizard that's not a first edition. It came out in 1999, so it wasn't first. But I had a first edition Charizard non-holographic. I had a first edition Blastoise holographic. I had first edition everything, really, because that binder was filled. But that binder, I would have taken way incredibly better care of that binder if, like, I wouldn't just left it when I left for like college. Right. I would have taken that with me. It would have been in Lexington with me. But I was cool on Pokemon at that point. I didn't even think about the collector end of it. I just left my cards and deuces. I'm gonna go play my bass guitar in a band.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And but those cards sat there. I have a card that is it's a Mew. It's a Mew. Put that one on me. I have a Mew card that came from the movie. It's like a promo card. That card. I have the same card, dude. It's a holographic. It just sold. Oh, that's pretty. That's beautiful. Someone posted on Instagram that this holographic Mew that's got holographics on it sold for $20,000, dude. That's crazy. And I know that card's in that pack. I have it. It came from the second time they dropped it in a part of the movie, the Pokemon movie, and I have the card as part of it. It came with it, but it was in the back of my binder. It was just all the promo cards I kept in a separate thing.
Right.
Who would have thought that was going to be one of the cards that would be the hardest thing to find? Because no one took it seriously, because it wasn't from a pack. It came in like just a little thing. It wasn't really that serious. It was, you were more excited for the movie, not that the little card that came with it as a kid. Because keep in mind, this came out in 1990. This is late 90s. This wasn't when we were thinking about that. Now, if I would have known, I would have played it so differently.
Oh yeah.
I would have been like, that card. But no, everyone would have done the same thing.
For sure. I mean, that's the trick though, is like, I've got so much like nostalgia from the 90s. You know, I've got all the Jordan memorabilia, all the Bulls memorabilia, and a lot of the stuff that my mom collected was not a lot of it, but one thing that she collected were plates from like some company that made ceramic plates that were able to like superimpose like a, you know, basically a basketball card on top of a plate.
Oh, okay, I see.
And it had the gold, 24 karat gold around the edge, and it was labeled a collector's edition, right? And so like my mom was like, collector's edition, let's go. So what happened?
So who made this collector stuff of yours? Like, where did you originally get a plate? Like, who would make that?
It started with a B.
Company started with a B?
Yeah, like Benningford, Bennington, something. It was like the Bennington Porcelain Company or something. It was something like that, where it was like, oh, we're doing this, you know, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, all the hits from back in the day, but they label it as collector's edition, and those things aren't worth shit, bro. It's always the stuff that we play with. It's always the stuff that we've ruined. You know what I mean? The McDonald's toys, the things that weren't meant to be collector's items. Those are always the ones that end up being the collector's items.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
But when it comes to Gary V and the V Friends things, like he's set this whole thing up as a collector's item. Like the way that he did the first series, you know what I mean? It was a box of one pack of cards, bro. It wasn't a box with the whole set.
Black Cat.
You know what I mean? Like most of the time you do, you know, you've got, as of right now, the Black Cat is losing money for sure. I think she's got to be like 4 or 5 boxes in right now. And I've only seen one Black Cat pulled.
Yeah. But I think the Black Cat's value is going to go down.
I think it is too. I think once these boxes come out, and I think once you see how many Black Hats there are, especially with the yellow eyeballs, that, you know, the price of it's going to drop from $100 a card down to $25 a card, just because of the fact that Gary knows overhyped, underhyped. So I'm gonna underhype this one and overhype this one to bring everybody back down to the even keel. Like that's the way you make these characters last.
But it also makes that Series 2 for him even more valuable, because think about how rare it is in Series 2. If you want a rare Black Cat, you better go for that Series 2. It keeps the old stuff relevant. And he has to know that.
Right.
Oh, there it is. That dude, he works with all the athletes.
Michael Rubin.
Michael Rubin, yeah. That Firefly.
He owns Fanatics.
Fanatics,
That's
yes.
what he does.
Yeah, Fanatics. But he's in like, I follow him on Instagram, yeah, and he's like every picture's with an athlete.
Oh,
big
bro,
time.
he's fucking, he's
thick in it.
He's kissing ass. He's all over it. But at the same time, like, Michael Rubin is the one dude that really kind of put Topps back on the spotlight by being able to like do these Fanatics versions with the patches and all that stuff. Like he had a lot to do with all that shit.
Yeah.
Man. But back to the card, the prices of the hobby boxes, bro. Do you think if these places try to sell hobby boxes for $400, do you think that they're gonna get what they're asking? Let's break it down.
Okay,
I mean,
I think that they're going to get people to purchase them. I just don't know about $400 a box. That's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot of investment.
And so then this is what I'm talking about. So
I'd rather have a $400 Series 2 box.
Right. 100%,
because if
bro.
that Series 2 box, you have a chance to not.
Very good response. I would much rather have a Series 2 box at $400 than a Topps Chrome box. I would rather pick and choose what I want from the Topps Chrome than to pay $400 for the box.
Right, which is I like these character breaks because we're getting to pick and choose the skeleton, the stuff like that. Yeah, with the hedgehog, which isn't necessarily like.
How are you guys? Doing well.
The hedgehog. Hey guys, the hedgehog is a character people like. He made it a squishmallow. There's certain things, but it's not quite on a skeleton level, whatever. But we're able to choose characters that we see value in, where you're going to get the box and you're going to get what you're going to get. But the thing about the Series 2, if you get a box on that, you have a chance to get a Black Cat worth some value.
Right. Or the Willful Wizard,
which we've got
one of 100.
Yeah, that's coming in. That was a beautiful card.
That was crazy.
That was one of those crazy. That was one of the craziest situations. It feels like this is a movie that we're sitting in right now.
I know.
And I don't know how to explain it, but I just was that mature mule. It's a nice card. See, I'm excited about my.
That's an orange, right? That was an orange refractor on the Magma.
I wonder what color my.
Yours was the regular. It was silver.
Silver. Okay. I didn't even. Okay. Cool. Got to.
Yeah. See, you see the orange behind.
So how many? What is is there a number on that card?
Yeah. Yeah, the silvers aren't numbered. The orange and the black and the red are. But
okay.
But we were talking about it. It's
Duck.
You've got the hobby boxes that should be $139, and that seems like a great deal for a hobby box.
It's a solid price.
I mean, not a great deal because you only get 18 packs. So you break that down, you're paying just under $10 a pack, which is still. For 4 cards, you're looking at $3 a card. That's more than what most NFL, most NFL like Mosaic or the Panini, you're basically paying $1 a card.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if it's a 30 pack, you're paying $29.99. It's until you get up to the hot, like the rare exclusives where it's like this box is guaranteed 3 autographs, and then all of a sudden it's more. But what GameStop is, like, obviously big box retailers, like they've got a piper, they've got somebody above them that has regulations. So GameStop can't price gouge. They can't say, oh, we're getting this for X amount, MSRP is 25, but we're going to put it out there for 50. Like GameStop can't do that, but card shops can for some reason, which kind of blows my mind, because of the fact that if card shops are buying the case for $139, I get it. But if the card shops are getting the wholesale cost of $70 per pack or per box or whatever, and then they're trying to turn around and flip it for $400, I've got an issue with that.
I do too.
Because
I do too.
Because I would much rather go to GameStop and buy 8 blaster boxes.
Alien.
8 blaster boxes for $400 instead of 1 hobby box for $400.
It's a nice little card. Yeah, I totally agree. I would much rather do that. I mean, if they're exploiting the prices and gouging it where they...
But it's probably how it's always been. It's probably always been that way for NFL, NBA, MLB.
This is just seeing this is going to be a surge. We're going to see a surge of Gary V friends all going in one pipeline and then new people coming in.
Right.
So it's not like everyone likes football, right? A lot of people like football. Sundays are owned by the NFL. We understand that. We literally... The first thing we bring out of half the conversations when we talk about the podcast is we podcast with Bengals players, right? The NFL rules the land. But yet, there's a whole bunch of people collecting the cards, but at the same time, it's not a pipeline. It's people collecting over a course of time.
Right.
Gary V's coming in one full-fledged time right now. Will it balance out? We'll see what happens. But right now, it's going to be a pipeline. So will these card prices, these box prices, lower maybe in 3 months? Could. Depends what happens. I'm anxious to see. That's what
55,555 boxes
for Series 2.
Right. So if everyone's trying to sell them for 400, I don't see them selling out. Like, I also don't see how that's fair for Gary. You know what I mean? Like there's got to be regulations here, because like going back to it, if the card shops are buying the boxes for $139 and then Gary sells out day one, cool, I understand. Card shops have first dibs, right? But if card shops are getting them for wholesale and then putting them up for $70, which is basically like a consignment, then I've got a problem with that, because Gary's not making his. Not only is he not making his money, but I think more importantly, Gary wants to sell out day one. He wants his boxes to be gone so fast that Topps goes, we need to produce more on the next version. I
said that in our text,
and that's why Gary was going around telling everybody, like, call your card shops, ask them if they've got it, and all they have to do is just call Topps and say, hey, we want a case, and they can get one. And like I said, like we've called around. There's 3 card shops here in Cincinnati that are getting the Gary V stuff. Nobody knows their prices yet. Nobody knows, which is crazy.
Why do you think that is? That's an interesting.
Because they're dictating the market on what we're doing right now on whatnot.
They're researching themselves.
So from what Hoove told me is he looks after DG and some other place.
Okay.
So wherever they price their stuff at, that's where he prices their stuff.
That's
at.
a pretty duck, bro.
So, but we'll get you one.
I know.
I know.
It's just I see it and I'm like, that is, how can you gravitate to something?
Right.
How does that work? I have no bias. I have no, like, don't get me wrong, I like ducks.
Yeah.
I guess we have ducks because of Charlie in the bath, but like when her bath toys. But like, why is it connecting? I don't understand. Maybe the quiz, but I liked him before the quiz. I was stoked about the quiz. I was like, I thought I was going to get the Loyal Lobster back to back. I thought that's how it worked.
Right.
But then I got that. I was like, oh my gosh, that's so awesome. But then I thought, but then I saw someone got Bullish Bull, and I saw someone got another character that was not the most prominent character. I'm like, wow, they're doing all the characters, which I thought was genius. Can you imagine if you got the adaptable alien, or you got like one of the rare, like the 555 fan or something like that? Like, you get these characters that are like, it's just so smart. It's just so intuitive, and every person on the planet can get involved because there's enough to go around. Not that 8 billion, but if it got to the point. If it got to the point that you sold out all the cards, then his next drop is how much more extensive is he going to get? He's going to add the astronaut, right? He's going to probably add
the Willful Wizard.
The patient panda in this one?
Nope.
So that's another one. Oh, there's someone in the. We're live. We're live here.
They've been in there a while, and those two guys that left, they were in there for like an hour, bro. They were there right when we started the podcast.
We are live at Native on the Levee, and we are mid VeeFriends stream with Amy 8000 as she does Chrome pools.
Sketch card.
Is that it's the kangaroo?
No, that was the rabbit.
Oh, okay, I couldn't tell.
I like that snake, bro. I think that snake. You know, the way that I look at this is like the characters that are in VeeFriends. So there's 100 characters on the Topps Chrome. There's 251 characters that they've already created, but like I can really see the I can never say that. The Willful Wizard.
Which is your favorite? Or who's your favorite?
Probably. It's
okay.
That's the one that I'm like I'm
your dad,
gravitating towards.
There's a story there too. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so there's a dynamic. But have you taken the quiz?
I did. I have.
What was your outcome? Do you remember? Off the top of your head.
I don't remember what it was.
Just retake it.
Yeah, I'll have to retake it.
Because now you know more about the process. At the time, you probably weren't thinking much on it.
Right.
Because that's why.
Yeah,
that's how I look at it.
I didn't know the characters when I took the test either.
Right.
So.
Well, I thought the Loyal Lobster, and I saw it was on his hat, so I was like, oh, he just put the characters as the. That's literally what I thought. I was like,
right.
Oh, he just put the characters that are on the hats. Like I saw the crab hat, which I thought was cool because I'm a Cancer, so the crab was cool. But like, I was like, oh, these are all made characters, and then I got Then I saw others were getting some minor characters that weren't as prominent, and I was like, wow.
Oh, that's why I had my headphone in, and when it fell out of my ear, that's why it went loud on here.
Oh, that's funny.
It's funny.
But you should take the quiz again, see what you're getting now that you know a little bit more about. A lot more, actually. See, there he is. That's a pretty one. I like the crab.
I will for sure.
That beetle.
But I really feel like the
steak.
The next batch of cards, like the next year, it's gonna be game on, bro. Like he's testing the water with series 1 and 2, and then VeeFriends Topps Chrome came out. Damn, he did get to go home with the vampire.
Is that the end of it?
So no sketch card pulled, so he gets the Vibing Vampire. That was the last pack of the whole thing?
I guess so. I mean, I don't know if you can hear it.
I thought like I want that over all the cards for real. But
brought to you by wine out here.
Right? Yeah. But
shout out Gary, loves his wine.
What do you think? You think Gary? What do you think Gary's top priority is? To sell out in one day, to make all the money, or C, whatever C may be.
I think his top priority is setting a record of some degree with Topps.
Yeah. I don't know if it's a time. I think it's record settings.
The goal is to be the number one in something. So he's trying to be the first to sell out his first edition of some degree, or be the first to get a second drop fastest, or something like that. But you notice that
I think it'll all be done in timing, because today marks like exactly 4 years since the NFT drops.
5/5.
May 5th. Yesterday.
On the 6th, yeah.
Okay.
I thought it was interesting that the Notorious Ninja is the only one in the packs that doesn't have the VF First Chrome, because he dropped the VS First Chrome with that one.
Only with the promo card.
That was the first one. Any of the Notorious Ninjas in the packs don't have the first Chrome on it because he already got rid of them.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
so I think that's really an interesting dynamic with this, because he thought...
Is that the most valuable card then? The very first V-Friends Chrome?
That might be it.
It's definitely more valuable than any Ninja pulled.
Right.
Damn, somebody did get a super rare
Cowboy. So that's 5/5. She's doing the recap.
No, it was a super rare Cowboy.
That's what I said.
Whoever got the Cowboy cleaned up, man.
That 5/5.
So she's showing all the hits right now.
Yep. What hit? We definitely got one hit, at least for that skeleton.
Look, if you guys are paying attention on Whatnot right now, the nifty Norwal manga card is an error card. Nobody knows it yet, and I'm over here trying to buy all of them. I bought one off of eBay. So Norwal is spelled correctly on the front of the card. If you flip it over, Norwal is spelled wrong twice on the back. Twice on the back, bro. Not just one time. Actually, I kind of feel like one time would have been cooler, but 2 times just shows that
it's on purpose.
The card was created separately, right? The front and the back.
Oh.
This is the way that I look at it.
I think it was on purpose still. I just think that putting those error cards out there is his way of just giving someone to look for something a little bit different.
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely see that, but I would do it in something other than spelling the name wrong of the character, because I'm too particular in the names and making sure everything's perfect.
That's why I think it's.
I would have done something like taking off the Topps trademark, the R. You know what I mean, or doing something where, like something on the edge is missing something completely.
I agree. I would do it. Yeah, I would do it something like maybe
remove
the shadow.
Yeah, like something hidden on there.
That's what I want. That's
the Firefly with a fuck face on the bottom of a baseball bat.
Literally.
You know what I mean? Like,
seriously.
Dude, the St. Louis Toronto card with a little fuck face on the bottom. Yeah. Be insane.
That's sick. Seriously, I mean, I think that's what he's got so many ideas, though. I'm sure that he's kind of thinking like that. It's just, what can he do? Oh, nice. We got the pug, too. We got that as well. This is good. We got some good hits, man.
Yeah, I was trying to do, you kind of bogarted what we were looking at.
I was trying to get some screenshots for ours. But I don't know other hits we've gotten. See, that major wasp, dude. There's the wise wasp. The major moth and the wise wasp, yeah. That is a good card. I want one of that's nice.
That's 100 to 250. And so that's the card you got was with the silver background.
Silver, yeah. I got a screenshot. All the hits.
Man, they only pulled two lucky black cats out of that for $250, and they were both base cards.
Yeah, you lost your money.
Lost your money. And then Gary ended up pulling like 5 different color versions out of 12.
Dude, I know, but that's the thing is the fact that the very, 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 very lucky black cat. His value is determines on how much Gary's going to push him. So, like, if Gary is going to continue to push him, the value is going to drop, but it's going to still rise because there's more of them. But it's probably one of those things where he's going to, like, hoard all the black cats that he can, which there means there's less out there because he has to know there's way more out there. Obviously, he knows that. So he strategically was buying them for. I mean, I don't know, man. He has to be so intentional with his movements.
Here's the crazy thing, bro.
Yeah.
We see the writing on the wall, right? We see the rare characters, we see the expensive characters, and then we go to Whiskey Jack's 12 box break, and Gary jumps in on the black cat. He was in there for most of the live whatnot, but Gary spent $488 to getting the giveaway. So Gary spends $488 to capture all the black cats from the 12 case break, right?
For that.
And that gets people thinking. It's like, okay, so if this is the one card Gary's going after, that's the card I'm going after. You know what I mean? And what does Gary know that I don't know? Because this is his shit. So like if people were breaking boxes and I jumped on there and I was like, I'm getting this one, all of a sudden people would be like, well, I want that.
Yeah.
I want that card.
Right. But only $400 or $488 or whatever it went for is 0.0001 of what his business is worth.
Oh, for sure.
And the
for
$250 that this person brought is not 0.0001.
Right. But what I'm saying is, like, to your point, Gary's got indispensable money when it comes to doing these box breaks. Why did he jump on the black cat?
Because there's more of them.
Because there's more of them. That's what I'm thinking.
And he wants people to still want them.
Yes, because of the fact that he knows the black cat is going to be the most valuable character in the box. So what they did was they changed his eye colors like 6 times. You know what I mean? And even if you do 99, which is a rare version, that's an extra 600 cards on the black cat. But, you know, if you're doing a limited of 200 or limited 300, then all of a sudden you got so many black cats in the box. You make everybody happy because you got a black cat. But then you still get that, I got the limited black cat.
True.
You know what I mean? Like the kids get the yellows, but I want the red.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And that's his mentality. That's the way he's thinking about things. And that's like, we got to think 10 steps ahead like he does if we want to get ahead of the ball here and figure out what characters. I mean, honestly, I don't even think we know what characters are going to. I don't even think he knows what characters he's going to boost yet.
Yeah.
I think he's waiting to see what we dictate. And when he sees that no one's going for it's hard to beat a worm from the dirt. If nobody's buying it, he's going to be like, that character's dope. This character is getting love in the next pack.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is going to boost.
Yeah. He's been giving
it's going to boost the cheapest card in the last box because all of a sudden, you know what I mean? Like there's levels to it, and if you can play chess, not checkers, when it comes to the release drops, like he's going to be fucking golden, bro. How much did that dog go for?
47.
Ooh wee.
But it was a I don't know what that card
It's called
is
a wave.
It's a wave?
I think so.
Okay. I really like the cards that we just came out with on this one though. I'm so happy that Hedgehog was pulled on one of those, even if it's a silver or whatever. What
were the 3? I got Cynical Cat. I got one Cynical Cat from what I saw, but
2.
I got a bunch of
There's certainly 2.
All right, and then I got a couple skeletons out of there.
That was worth the.
I got the manga skeleton and I got a pug skeleton. Yeah.
Yeah, the
Price of
skeleton.
admission.
The skeleton broke us even on all fronts.
Yeah.
So that's good. Because that's the stuff we talked about, the Halloween creatures, the characters that are like Jolly Jacko, Vibe Vampire, those ones in general, people just gravitate to. The conversations always go fast with them. It's like not only can we predict to a certain degree because it's what humans like, but it's also, you know, it's going to be during the holiday time.
Oh, bro, can you imagine?
You just know it's coming.
Can you imagine if Home Depot
The zombie
gets a 6-foot zombie that you can put out in front of your, like a zealous zombie you can put out in front of your house?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if you can buy a bold as fuck bat, like decal to put in your window that lights up.
Oh, that's what that looks like.
You know what I mean? Like,
you remember those little not stickers? They're like, who won that? Not us. On windows that are like, they're not stickers. They're like
Klingons.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this right here, like the
yeah. That bat. I knew the bat looked familiar, bro. I'm pretty sure my mom or someone has those little things, and it looks like that little bat with the moon behind it.
I think I know you. Does it look like little plastic melted pieces that somebody like dabbed?
They're like that. They're like that.
Okay, so a literal Klingon.
Yes.
Okay.
For Halloween ones, and there's
Okay.
skeletons and all sorts of stuff. Because I thought the giraffe looks like the Toys R Us giraffe.
Everything, bro. You want me to blow your mind? I mean, I'm not going to blow your mind because you're the one that posted it yesterday. The robot on the iPhone.
Oh yeah.
When you posted the robot last night
you
on
saw
John
that?
G's feed, yeah, it's the robot head is dead on the robot head.
It is.
And not only that, like the VeeFriends font is very fucking similar to the iPhone font. And these
On
are things.
purpose.
These are things that I've always wanted to do. Like because I understand topography and fonts and stuff, and like Futura's my shit because it's Marvel, it's Supreme. So when you use it, like the font that's in the native on the glass right there, it's recognizable, right? But I've always thought to myself, damn, I wish I would have started the brand off with the font that Apple uses for their font, right? Because if I can do that, if I can just like capitalize native and then with the registered logo at the end and have it as a t-shirt, but if I can use the iPhone and text people and just say, yo, like native thing, and send it through and it looks like the logo that I've produced, all of a sudden you're just like the relatability is like, holy shit, bro. You know what I mean?
It's true.
There's levels to it, dude.
I like the Marvel text though.
Yeah, that's the funny thing is everyone's like, oh, you guys are trying to jock Supreme, and it's like, bro, if you know anything about anything, like this logo is 100% Marvel, not Supreme at all.
It's
like
because the red.
it's all capital letters. I mean, Marvel's all red. Marvel's red and white.
It's true, but the Supreme is in the streetwear. They're not thinking.
Supreme is
thinking in a box.
lowercase letters.
It's true.
Marvel's uppercase.
Yes.
Native is uppercase.
But people are thinking in that box of streetwear.
Of course.
They're not thinking in the comics.
That's the trick, bro.
It's like out the box and put it in a box.
That's the trick. Is people go, you're jocking off of them, and it's no, bro, we're nerds. We're jocking off of Marvel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then they go, oh, that's dope. And it's like, see,
Light
yeah, you guys thought we were doing one thing. I'm a magician, bro.
Yeah.
You think I'm doing this? I'm over here with all this.
Right. You don't think I know about Supreme?
right.
Right. You don't think I know what, like, I would pigeonhole myself? But
one thing we need to do is bring back the Ohio native logo, because that was
OG logo
that was the big logo that really set the brand off. And I moved away from it because of the streetwear thing. I wanted the box logo to represent the brand and Marvel and Supreme, but that Ohio box logo is really the one that set off the entire brand. And I put it on the back burner, bro. It's almost like how Gary V's doing the shit now. It's like, if we bring that native fucking symbol back in and put it on hoodies and shirts and duffel bags and the whole nine, like there might be some longevity in that. You know what I mean? Almost like the Harambe logo that we've got.
yeah, and you can do any colorway on it.
Yeah, dude, like the orange and white on the blue going for the FC, orange and white on black going to Bengals, red and white on black going to the reds. You know
And
what I mean?
it could be a DTG. It could be a screen print. There's a few. It could even be a DTF. There's so many different things you can do with it.
Yeah.
And any different sizes. You could do right on the chest here, and on the back, a saying about organically grown by Ohio kids or anything. But
We got to bring it back.
I want to go back to look at him. I want to go back to the robot. See, the robot would be the character that I would have.
Hit the. You're in there, right?
The robot would be what I would use as my little, if they were going to raid me.
All right.
Yeah, that I always consider the robot as my native image. It's not the alien like you would think. It's the robot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I, I love the eyes in the chat because of the mad scientist.
Grab my phone.
But I'm not sold on the one eye because it's harder to find. Everyone's always going straight for the double eyes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I thought the same thing, but it's in my higher. It's like at top of my emojis because I've used it.
I feel like I like the double eyes better because it makes people like you. You understand.
Double eyes in the chat.
Well, you don't have to look and go, what is that, a fish? Oh, that's a single eye. You know what I mean? Like when you see the two eyes, you go eyeballs in the chat.
Yeah. I mean, the astronaut could be in the chat. Alien could be in this chat. There's so many things in the store that could be in the chat. But the eye's in the chat because it's blink. But it doesn't necessarily look like the blink. It just, it is an eye. So, but I chose that robot because who's going to win? Native Brand passed, and you were the third.
So, for everybody that's over here right now on Whatnot, Andrew Eisler, myself, the Native Brand, and John G, we're all going to be at the Grove City Card Collectors 2 on Saturday. So did you get the post about the poster that they're giving away for the first 100 people that show up?
I did not.
I sent it to you. It's a dope looking poster. It's 11 by 17. It's got card collectors building on there. It's got the snake. It's got the duck. It's got the black cat.
What time are we leaving here then?
It's gonna have to be early, bro, because I have a feeling it's gonna be a madhouse.
Okay.
But there's only 100 posters, all autographed by DJ Kaufman, all signed and numbered, and they're giving them away for free for the first 99 people that show up.
We got here at 9:30.
Now I was watching Snake Jake's Whatnot earlier. He's meeting up with Jay from VeeFriends. He's meeting him on Friday. So we know that Gary is going to be in Columbus Friday night.
I can't go Friday night.
I'm not saying I don't want to go Friday night. I don't want to go Friday night.
I gotta take Charlie back and go back.
But what I'm saying is like earlier the better on Saturday, right?
Be on the stage on Friday, yeah.
Because
Crazy.
We've got that $10,000 rep card is going to be there. I want to take a photo with that if I can. I don't know how many Snake Jake probably won't let anybody touch it.
But just get home.
Yeah, I just want a photo with it, right? Because that's the very first big pull ever in the history of VeeFriends.
It's the biggest pull.
The biggest pull. Like Gary said, that car wouldn't be pulled for months. Because there's other versions. There's the black version. There's other versions. The one of one is the one card that was like, it's going to be so hard to get. Because that Puma that was pulled, the black version, there's 10 of them. And then there's another rep version, there's 25 of them or 50 of them. You know what I mean? But the one of one was pulled day one, which is fucking crazy.
It is crazy, which it seems like it's got that movie vibe. Like things are happening so perfectly for him. How can you not buy in? Like
Right.
Things are happening so seamless.
I think we have the echo because we got two phones both trying to. So if we were able to mute this or cover the sound on one of them, it would be all right.
Okay, so
Or if
how can I mute my?
well, it should have been smart with it. We should have just wrapped a headphone around this one, and then like took a headphone that's not connected to the sound just to mute that. But I apologize to everybody on Whatnot for the echo. We'll get this fixed next week for sure. What are you thinking? What, is she selling a black cat right now?
I don't know what she's doing. Get in there. What is it saying?
$30 for a black cat.
Did you get it?
No. No, I think that card is going to be a common card for real. Now, another version, the blue, the red, the purple. Time is it?
You got a half hour.
Got to plug my phone in. They can see you just like that, bro.
I got a message from Panda Watches. Time Panda, shout out.
Somebody asked if they have any skilled skeletons. I just wrote back, I want them all.
Got them all. Yeah, that's a great Steel Skeleton.
Haters.
What's up?
Hey, how was the movie, bro?
It was good.
You said it was a new Marvel movie, right?
Yeah, I forget what it's called. Thunderbolts, but then they were also called the New Avengers.
Okay.
So like the Avengers, like you know how they have that A?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, do me a favor. Run through the store and turn the lights on for us.
The lights out?
Turn them on.
Alright.
And welcome to that 7-Up machine.
Yeah, there we go. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you. Love that dude, man. He came in like 2 weeks ago and dropped off a little box, the popcorn box for me.
Oh, nice.
I still got that, bro.
The what?
The Minecraft box, the popcorn box.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, bro. I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, you're welcome. Oh, there's me. I see my name on Twitch.
Damn, she just sold a skilled skeleton for $5. Maybe I overpaid. It wasn't the refractor though. I was just kidding. I got
don't think so.
I got the manga too. We're good.
I would trust that the Skilled Skeleton's gonna hold value.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. That's the card I would be more worried about the Cynical Cat than I am the Skilled Skeleton.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
On the real.
Yeah.
'Cause
We only got 2 core cards of the Cynical Cat.
to my knowledge.
Yeah.
Sell
Oh,
with
bastard.
Sell with the mug though.
Yep.
Literally, I'd package.
Yeah.
I'd put them together in eBay, and if you can find a Cynical Cat Series 2, I'd sell all 3 together for as much as you can get, and
Yeah.
move on from it. Because
Pack everything up.
yep, I would.
What happened to the rest of your crew?
They're running around, man. Tyrell and Yam, they both have. Well, Tyrell was spider hunting.
He was spider hunting.
Yeah, he was trying to kill some spiders with his ex-girlfriend, and then Yam is trying to get all his stuff moved into his new apartment.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, big moves, bro. Big moves. What you got school tomorrow?
Yeah.
What grade you in? Fifth. What's your favorite class? You can say gym, bro. You can say PE.
Well, it's hard because I think it's either PE or reading part 1.
Or what?
Reading part 1.
Reading? All right. So you like reading? That's super dope, bro.
Yeah. I like the part of like what's it called? Like reading part 1.
Come right over here, bro. Speaking of, I'll turn this mic on for you. I would say you can grab it if it's too high up for you.
It's kind of high. Can I bring it around over?
Yeah, there you go, bro.
All right. So.
Hey, there he is. Introduce yourself, man. Tell the world who you are.
All right. My name is Jackson, but everybody calls me Temple.
Temple.
Temple, yeah.
All right. What's the reason for the nickname?
When I first started football in 2nd grade, we had 2 Jacksons on our team. So one of them was Brookbank and one of them was Temple, which is me. So I just they came up with Temple, and then it used to be Pittsburgh because I'm from Pittsburgh and I moved down to Cincy. So
are you a Bengals fan or a Pittsburgh fan?
Cowboys fan.
Cowboys fan. All right, I'm cool with that as long as you're not a Pittsburgh fan.
Oh no.
You know what I saw the other day though? I saw Roethlisberger giving so much praise to Joe Burrow, bro. Like so much praise, and he was like, I wouldn't normally do this in my own, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, you can put it down whatever you want.
My only side of the league, but you can set it right there on the table, bro. Or I'm right on the side of the couch. You're good.
Yeah, right there for a second.
That's cool.
But he was saying, there you go.
Yeah, like last time.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Chasen also follows y'all. I follow you. I'm King Pancake Tiger, and then he's Champ King 1418.
I like that name, Pancake Tiger.
Well, I love pancakes, and our football team's the Tigers, and then King I just came up with.
There you go.
And then Chasen's nickname is Champ, and when my mom says, "Do you want to invite Champ over?" and she'll say, "Oh, what's up, Champer?" Whenever she sees him.
That's dope, dude.
So.
That's cool, man. You guys can be friends for a long time. If mom likes him.
Oh yeah.
We've
been friends since 2nd grade football, and we've been in the same class for 3 years now.
No kidding. What's your what do you guys like to do together? You like to play sports? You like to football? You play football together?
Yeah. We at his house he has this massive yard. Like, I don't know how big it is, but it's massive. And we'll go out in the front, you know. I'll play some music on my phone. And,
what do you listen to?
You know, rap, country, rock, just a mix.
All of it. All right, let's go.
But we do and all we do is play just football. I'll be the quarterback because I got a cannon.
Hey, let's go, dude.
Yeah, and then I got...
I'm not trying to brag, but I got a cannon, bro.
Yeah. Nice.
And then we got, what's it called? He's receiver. And then, I forget what it also is.
Yeah, that's awesome, bro. Like,
yeah. And we like
man.
playing video games together.
What games do you like playing?
Madden 25.
Okay. All football all the time. Yeah. I like it, dude.
Yeah.
I like it. I used to play football with my buddies in Chicago, and I was the quarterback all the time, man. I had a cannon as well. I was at 12 years old. I was clocked at throwing 63 miles an hour when I was a pitcher for baseball.
Wow.
So yeah, 63 for an 11-year-old was pretty wild, bro.
Yeah. So over Easter, he got this photo of me when I was young, and he put it as his wallpaper. So,
he said when I was young.
And,
I love it, bro. I love it.
And then a friend of his that's in our class, she gave me this photo of him.
Oh shit!
Him in 1st grade.
No hair? Is that no hair on him?
No, he has hair.
Okay.
And then I got him when he was at the mall one time.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, but we do walkout songs. So because I'm a walker and he's a walker, and we'll just play music on our way out of school. I usually play what's it called? I'm gonna play a little bit of it. After I get rid of these ads. It's
After I get rid of
easy,
these ads.
No more questions. Here, I'll play it.
Believe that.
How are you doing?
All right.
So easy. Tell me, how is your life as a youngster?
Ruthless.
Easy.
My style as a juvenile, ran with a gang, slanged in the meanwhile banking. I specialize in ganking white Mexican brothers and others daily. It's all about coming up, making sure no punks are running up.
All right, where's Dad at? Did Dad teach you Easy?
No, I actually found it on. So my football coach, has TikTok, and he makes TikToks about his son who plays basketball, who's also on my team. He used that song, and I'm like, wow, that's a good song. So I click on the sound, and it tells me what it is, and then I look at it on YouTube Music, and it popped up, saved it to my liked, and put it on my my writing soundtrack
Yeah.
and my game day soundtrack.
That's awesome, dude. Easy E was incredible. He
Yeah.
was ahead of his time, man. It was that was late 80s, early 90s. That's really cool they even know like that type of music, which is
Oh,
wild.
Yeah. I get it from.
Don't go repeating what he says though. A lot of the stuff he says is pretty wild.
I don't even know what he says. So I only listened to that song and another song. But I'm not.
What
gonna
was
play
the
it.
other song?
I don't know what it's called, but my friend.
Boys in the Hood?
Boys in the Hood,
Give me that.
right?
It's.
What is this, dude? Motorbikes through.
Here's what it's titled:
Real motherfucking G's.
Yup.
I didn't want to cuss.
That's a good. Hey, I appreciate you, and your dad appreciates you. But that's a great song too, though.
Yeah.
Can't get mad about that. Just don't say it in front of people. You know what I mean?
No.
You know, you can rap it in your head. You can be in the room and.
Yeah. We had checkup testing today, which is like NWEA. That song and 6 other songs came into my head, and I started
Right?
jamming out to it, and my friends were like, "What the?"
Like, what are you even doing?
I
Yeah.
know. And I'm paired up with all my friends, like Chasen. I sit next to, which not gonna lie, kind of wish the teacher didn't put us there because that's gonna be trouble. But I'm still grateful for that.
You guys just have to bounce off of each other, man. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
be cool with each other, but understand that it's a learning process. So, like,
Yeah.
if Chasen's over here dicking around, just be like, bro, focus. Like we got this. Like, you
Yeah.
know, 2's better than 1, but make sure you're
and
understanding.
Our average, he was locked in, and I always say, when 2 people pass in our group, 1 person's gonna fail.
For sure.
Yeah, I passed, and my other friend Jack passed. Jason failed.
Oh shit.
He got a 212, which is like 2 or 3 points below average,
Mhm.
and I got 6 points above average, and then Jack, he got 10 points above average.
No kidding. All right, man. Well, I mean, 5th grade, you got a lot to look forward to, bro. You got a big
Yeah,
future
and then
ahead of you.
This is the end of the school year. Right now, we got 2.5 weeks till school ends.
And then it's summertime, just
Yeah,
just
but then
beach, babes, and football.
Yeah.
Right?
Before I have to get like flu shots and stuff before I can go to middle school.
Oh wow. All
I don't
right.
know why.
Yeah, it's whatever, man.
Yeah.
It's
honestly,
everybody else, not you.
Exactly.
Yep. It's everybody else, not you.
Yeah. So, all right, man. Well, I appreciate you coming in, bro. If you want to pop in every Tuesday for the next 5 years, we'll end up getting you on the podcast. We'll end up interviewing you and asking you what you thought about it past 5 years.
I just love the place right now.
Yeah, bro. We love you coming in, man. Whenever you want to be here, whenever you want to come in, you can come hang out. You know, if the movie's not showing for another an hour, you can just come over here and sit right on that chair next to the counter, bro. We'll hang out and talk.
Yeah, I appreciate it, guys.
I appreciate you, bro. Yeah, let me know, man. Anything you need,
All right.
we got you.
All right.
All right, man. We'll see you guys.
See ya.
Hey, later.
Y'all need to start answering my DMs on Instagram. I DM'd y'all on Instagram.
I'll get back to you for sure. I'll make sure I'll write you back, buddy. All right, man. Have a good night, fellas.
That was
That's
cool.
dope, dude.
That
Yeah.
was so dope. He's just so intuitive. You know, he's so
5th grade, bro.
fifth grade, man. He's with it. My app was slowing down. I had to get out of that. What? We're the only ones in the whatnot. VeeFriends is on.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. They're doing character breaks for Series 2.
Yeah, sure. We're still live. All right. All right, everybody. We're gonna go ahead and should I raid VeeFriends with one friend?
Let's do it. I'll come in there. Hold on.
All right.
Hold on.
All right, we're gonna raid VeeFriends. 6 million people pop in our feed so we can leave and raid VeeFriends right now. Appreciate you guys. Here's the store. So we've got the podcast stage in the front over here. Right when you walk in. And then the rest of the store is all the way back there. Got the 7-Up machine, which everybody is obsessed with. That opens up when you walk over there. And let's see. Let's go ahead and promote more and raid. All right, raid and VeeFriends. All right, everybody. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Whatnot. We'll see you next Tuesday. We're gonna make sure that the sound's correct on here. I'm gonna make sure that I buy the wire tonight. Love you guys. We'll see you next Tuesday. TheNativeBrand.com. Instagram is TheNativeBrand. It's your boy Jay Banks.
AI.
Hey, appreciate you guys. We'll catch you next week. VeeFriends raid. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, Instagram. We just raided VeeFriends. So everybody that was in our Whatnot live video feed for the past 2 hours, we just jumped over to VeeFriends, which is still in Whatnot. They are live right now doing unboxing, breaking cards, selling stuff, and the whole nine. So if you guys haven't tapped into Whatnot yet, message us. We can give you guys like a $10 or $15 promo code. So anything you buy on there, if you buy a $15 item, it'll be $5. If you buy a $10 item, it'll be absolutely free. We're trying to get to the point where we're able to sell the stuff here in store and Whatnot. We've got a great presence there. For people that have seen the store, they know that this is the world's coolest clothing store. So we're just trying to get to that next level. Is there anything else you want to talk about, bro? What time is it? 9:45.
Getting close.
What is with these Alexas not connecting to the internet now? What's going on, bro? Got the old Buffalo Bills hat with the Josh Allen shirt.
Go Bills.
I see you.
I met you.
Yeah, we met for sure. Yeah.
How's it going, man?
Great. How are you?
Doing well. We just got out to watch the Thunderbolts.
Oh, that's fun.
Amazing.
How was it? Amazing.
Grab that mic right there,
You
bro.
grab the mic.
It's a hot mic.
Right here?
Yes, sir.
Oh, my bad. Hey, what's up?
You can if you can just
Come around?
like flip it around. There it is. Yeah, there you go.
Oh.
We're gonna figure it out.
Make it easy. Let's go.
Cool.
All
Yeah,
right.
this is awesome, man. You definitely told me about it. We were hanging out one night, and
Yeah.
just kind of came to fruition that we were here, and I was like, oh, look at that. They're doing that podcast we talked about.
Yeah, man, that's awesome.
Nice.
We go live every Tuesday, so like we
Tuesday?
try to be very consistent with it
Okay.
because every week is a new guest. This week we didn't have any guests. I mean, I guess you count now, but
The kid behind me was probably way more interesting.
he has a lot to say, and I'm here for every word.
Absolutely.
But we've been consistent for 250 plus episodes.
Man.
We've had Bengals players on, local influencers, local celebrities, just all across the the walk of life. So it's pretty cool to see the consistency come to fruition when you put your mind to it. So like this podcast is like, I mean, we're like 4 years at the end of May. Here.
Okay. 4 years, man.
but he's been doing it longer, and we did the podcast outside for an extra year, so 5 years.
Goodness.
So
Doing 4 years of anything.
4 years in this room.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
How about the secret room back there? We didn't talk about that.
We didn't talk.
We did not.
When
talk
you were
about
here
that.
last, you didn't see it.
I didn't see it. I just kind of were like walking around. We were like, oh, look at the cool shirts. My girlfriend's probably going to end up like trying to buy an Ellie shirt or something.
Yeah, that's cool.
So that's
We're here
kinda
for
what they
that.
got
Let's
going on,
go.
yeah. Big Reds fan from Buffalo though, so it's always.
Yeah.
Hey,
good
bro,
Bills.
like Buffalo
It's always
and
Bills.
Cincinnati, like we go hand in hand after
And
that.
you guys
after
ended
that
our playoff drought.
DeMar, yeah, it goes back even further than DeMar Hamlin. It goes back to fucking
Was that the
Andy
fourth
Dalton,
touchdown?
bro.
It
Go
was
back to Andy Dalton.
Yeah.
Was it trying to pull the receiver that caught that touchdown? It was either Marvin Jones or Mohamed Sanu to send the Bills into the playoffs. You guys beat the Ravens. It was
Yeah.
amazing.
And then you guys donated a
Buffalo lost it.
shitload of money to
Man,
Andy
they're
Dalton's
good for it.
fund.
They're good for it.
Yeah.
Good people, Buffalo.
That's just
Oh,
dope.
for sure. It's a fan base that deserves a little bit of something.
A little bit.
You
We
know what
won
I
a
mean?
Super
Like
Bowl.
right, like they've been going through it for so long, and now that they got Josh Allen like on your shirt, like
Hey, man.
he is that guy.
Every day.
He
That
is.
shirt's fire
Doesn't
too, bro.
matter.
Yeah.
What is
Yeah.
it, May? We got a couple months, and then
Yeah.
Bills Super Bowl run starts.
How'd you feel about the draft?
I loved it. I mean, I liked the kid we got. He was the corner out of UK, actually. What's up? Oh, that. Here you go. Out of University of Kentucky. Dog. Cornerback.
Yeah.
Super
Yep.
athletic. They say that he's the most athletic in the draft. I know we got Shador Sanders. We got our guys that are nasty, but who'd the Bengals take? I forgot.
The Bengals took Shamar Stewart.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yep. So
Yeah.
he was the first round, but they got some good guys in that. I mean, the Bengals really went for needs though. Shamar doesn't have a big track record of sacks, but he is, he's a defensive lineman, so he should get his opportunity. He's got the physical traits, but he hasn't done the numbers yet.
Okay.
But he met Joe Burrow, and Joe Burrow walked up and shook his hand. He's like, Joe, meet him, and Shamar's like, I know who you are. I know who you
Hey,
are.
listen.
Shamar, whatever. And then he's like, we get some sacks this year. And then he walked out, calling him out
There you go.
on the camera. But that's what's going to be needed. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because these young guys have been studs for so long. Now they're about to be in a big pond and little fish.
Oh, absolutely.
They were a big fish in little pond, but now it's a much different situation.
And then the
So,
stats to show for it last year were insane, right? But at the end
Yeah.
of the day, it's wins. Wins matter.
wins are matter. That's the only thing that matters. It's a win-loss league.
I think they got it. I think they could put it together, figure some stuff out. Your coach is nasty. He's always been a dog.
Yeah.
So Zach Taylor. I was a big Marvin Lewis guy growing up. I can't lie. I have a weird story a little bit.
Sure,
I
tell
can bring
us.
that up if you'd like to hear that.
Tell us, yeah.
So born and raised Niagara Falls, New York. For whatever reason, my whole family loved Buffalo Bills. But there was this guy in the league around 2006, 2007. I was about 10 years old, named Chad Johnson. My favorite football player
Beast,
on
bro.
the planet. A beast.
Beast.
He was proposing to cheerleaders and doing all
Yeah,
this.
bro.
My nickname in football was Ocho Cinco. I'm a big guy. I wore 58
Okay.
backwards.
Okay,
You know what I
okay.
mean? I wasn't a receiver. Never could do it. But diehard Bengals fan. All the way up until about 2015. Swear to God. It was my boys, everything. Joined the military, traveled around. People were like, oh, where are you from? Buffalo. Oh, you like the Bills? No, I'm a Bengals fan. Then eventually found my love. E.J. Manuel got drafted. He was the great white hope to me.
Okay, yeah.
And traveling all over, living in Jersey, living in Texas, living everywhere, I had to be, hey, where are you from? Buffalo. Go Bills. And then
Very
slowly
cool.
but surely took over, and probably it's all I had. Like being back home, I haven't lived back in Buffalo, Niagara Falls forever. So being from there, it's what holds me to home. I live right here in Kentucky now, so I still kind of root for you guys, but at the end of the day, it's die hard. Go Bills, baby.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It should
Hey,
be.
man, you're second best.
Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you.
Yeah, I think having the two-team dynamic where you have a team that you can support, even though you got your main boys in Buffalo, is a cool thing. And especially you know how deep the Bengals fans
Oh, it's
run,
deep.
bro. It's just
It's deep.
literally the
Anthony
Bengals.
Munoz,
Yeah,
goes back.
it does. The Bengals fans have the number one statistic tailgate that's ever went to Nashville.
Okay, listen. we're gonna have an honest debate here because the Bills. Have you been to a Buffalo Bills tailgate?
I've not.
Let me tell you, I've been through
not.
a good amount of tables.
I'm sure. I believe that. Now, the fan base in Buffalo is unmatched in what they can do when the tailgate's happening. But the amount of people that was brought to Nashville, that wasn't even a tight. See, the Titans played the Bengals.
You're right.
And they calculated the amount of people. And there's never been a tailgate. Even the Tennessee Volunteers, none of them brought as many people as the Bengals.
They traveled deep. The bus go down there.
They had Bengal Jim ran it, which is
Okay.
our local guy here that
Yep.
runs all the tailgates in Cincy. He ran it. Every Bengals tailgater that would regularly go down, even if they weren't going to the playoff game, went to Nashville, Tennessee to watch the Bengals take on the Titans. And that, even though it's not that far of a ride, it's far enough.
Yeah.
It's far enough
Absolutely.
that you have to commit.
Oh,
you know,
we just drove to Florida. We drove like past it, and I was like, oh my God, we got to come back to Tennessee.
Yeah.
It's far enough.
It's far enough. It's
Definitely.
far enough. And we had the most amount of people and the most amount of traction and internet presence that Nashville had ever seen on a tailgate in the history of their football
What year
experience.
was this?
What was it? Obviously not last year. But
Yeah.
Year before?
The year before? I was
Yeah.
just curious if it
When
was
they
like in
played
the
the
teens.
Titans.
So it was like a Joe Burrow-led Bengals team.
100%, yes.
Okay, I wasn't
yeah,
sure, like, what
this
it was
was an
around.
era. It was just
Okay.
an era.
Gotcha,
yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Goodness, I didn't even know that. That's crazy to
They set the
travel
rec-
like that.
They all went. Every Bengals fan and from all sides of Nashville went to Nashville. They had the record setting number, and they did this like that went to Nashville. Obviously, other tailgates have probably been bigger. I don't know the numbers, but Nashville's they record amount of sales. All these different numbers that Nashville has brought because the Bengals went there.
Okay.
And it's close enough so that the Nashville Titans got their people and the Bengals
And
got
the
their people.
Bengals.
So their whole city was just thriving.
Flooded. Yeah, literally flooded.
Yeah, for that thing.
Okay.
So
Well,
that's an
nice.
interesting thing. When I heard that, he's like, "Yeah, we set the record." Like Bengal Jim came, he's like, "We set the record." Tennessee's never seen a tailgate in the whole state as big as what we brought,
That's amazing.
and that includes the Volunteers. When
Right.
they're SEC, so who
Oh,
knows?
yeah. Who knows?
Alabama, Georgia, they run deep. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Oh, my
so
gosh. And they're everywhere.
They're
You know what I
everywhere.
mean? Bengals fans, I didn't see Bengals fans until I moved to Northern Kentucky, Cincinnati area.
yeah,
And now I feel like I'm back in Buffalo, like just it's the Bengals now. You know what I mean? You guys ride hard, you support your team. And I respect it. I was walking around. What was that fest we were at, babe? Not too long ago. It was like the Asian American Fest right downtown.
Oh, okay, yeah,
We were
yeah,
walking
yeah.
around, and so many people. I always wear my Bills hat. So many people walked up to me and said, "I got a new hat for you. I got a new hat for you." I'm like, I appreciate it, but go Bills.
go Bills, go
Always.
Bills. Yeah.
Hey man.
Hey man, appreciate you. Man.
Yeah, and this is amazing. I'll definitely have to tune in. We follow each other on Instagram. So
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, definitely gonna have to
I've
check
been-
it out. One last thing.
Yeah.
I'm a Bills fan. You're a Bengals fan. My girlfriend over here is a diehard Detroit Lions fan. So we all
You know
come
what?
from the
I think
suck.
they have a chance for a Super Bowl.
Listen, we all have a chance for a Super. To say that's
All
crazy.
three at the same time.
Bengals,
Right.
Bills, Lions all
Right.
have a chance to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It should have been Bills Lions this year.
I would have
Oh.
loved to see a Bill. I was what I was hoping for.
Oh my
A
God, we
Bills
all
Lions.
were. I think
Yeah.
America was
Hoping
rooting for
that
Bills
was
Lions.
that was my picks too. I was like, Bills Lions, got to have it. Like,
As much as I wanted that to happen, like our relationship stood in the balance. We've been together for almost 3
oh,
years now.
wow.
It would have. I don't know what would have happened.
I was really just pulling for Jared Goff in that one
Oh, my
because
goodness.
he got thrown to the Wolves and there he is
He
making a
did.
Super Bowl.
He
That's
did.
a, that's
That'd be
that,
amazing.
that's a way to slap the
For
ball
Matt,
back.
Yeah, Matt Stafford going to get one, and then Jared Goff doing it on his own.
That's the
on
way to
his own.
slap the whole league back.
Absolutely.
For him, like
him.
in his little camp or
It'd be
whatever,
amazing.
his little corner of the internet to slap everyone back. Like they sent me off here and
Yeah,
now
they-
look at me.
Literally, they sent him to the tundra. They're
They-
like, get
they-
out of here. L.A. to Detroit.
And he's like popping back out, like, I'm here still, guys. And they're like, what? Jared, leave us alone. But
like
he's
I said,
there.
I appreciate it, man. We'll definitely have to come back sometime, all right?
I love that, man.
Yeah,
You're always
absolutely.
welcome.
Thanks.
And every Tuesday, come through if you come chance, and we'll say what's up.
Yeah, man. Sounds good.
Yeah, man.
Go Bills.
Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys.
We might have the Jerky Boys on the podcast. Do you know who the
Okay.
Jerky Boys are?
I've heard of.
Do you know who the Jerky Boys are? Oh my goodness, bro! You need to. Do you guys smoke weed at all?
Absolutely.
Okay, smoke a blunt, and then look up Jerky Boys on YouTube. It's old school, like 1990s, like prank phone calls. And this dude he is so good. There was like 3 of them, but like he's got this one impersonation. He calls himself Sal.
Okay.
But like you will have the time of your life just looking at these. It's called Jerky Boys.
Jersey boys.
Look it up, bro. Just smoke a blunt. What's
Please
going on,
do.
man?
Indulge. Think of us while you're doing it.
Yeah. Next Tuesday, we'll figure it out. What up, big dog? How you been, man?
Hey.
Looking good, bro.
I was like, I gotta show her the store before we run into the movie.
Yeah, appreciate you, bro. The lab's open. Whatever you guys need to do. Yeah, we're about to wrap up the podcast right now.
Nah, do your thing, man.
Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, bro. The Jerky Boys are. It was like. I was probably like 12, 13 years old when the Jerky Boys first came out, and it was like one of like cassette tape type shit. So, like, bought the cassette tape.
They're still doing it?
No, but they're coming back.
Okay.
Right. So it's like they were really, really popular in the '90s, and now he's like. Now that the guy that started is getting back in the limelight and getting the urge again, and
So how many of these Jerky Boys are there?
I think there's 2 or 3, but they are here.
Keep in mind your
You know
90s
what?
experience and
You
mine
know
are
what?
different, bro.
We're gonna end it on
That's
a
cool.
Jerky Boys. It is beyond so.
Beyond the stage.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So for people,
had
that have never heard about the Jerky Boys, it was prank calls back in the '90s, back when like
we've listened to it. That's where I know it from. You showed me it before.
yeah, I'm sure I have.
Our '90s experience were very different. just
Oh shit! Hold on.
Just always keep that in mind. You're thriving in the '90s. I'm a baby.
Right, for sure.
Yeah, we're done.
Oh, still got Whatnot on.
Yeah, I got it. Whatnot was slowing me down.
I hate that they can't mute Whatnot.
Hello? Yeah, where's Paul?
Yes.
Who's calling? I'm calling about the job, salesperson. Hold on. Hello? Yeah, Paul. Speaking. What do you need me to sell, babe?
This is the Jerky Boys.
What do you need me to sell? I'm calling about the salesperson job. What do I need you to sell? Yeah, sell cars? What's the story here? You sell cars? You got it. Where do you sell them? I sell them up in Middletown, upstate New York. I had a little problem over there, though. That's something I don't want to talk about. Middletown? Yeah. Okay. What's your name? Paul. Paul Rizzo. Paul what? Paul Rizzo. Rizzo? Yeah. Where do you live? I live upstate. Okay. That's a long haul from, Yeah, well, you know, for some people, maybe. Okay. Let's talk about selling cars, Paul. Okay. I could sell whatever you need sold, I'll sell it. Bring in a tank, I'll sell the fucking thing. Yeah, how far away do you live, though? About 60 miles. 60 miles? Yeah, don't worry about it. I'm there early every day. I'm worried about mileage on a car. Don't worry, I use my own car, Paul. Okay. I drive it silly. Silly. Now, why do you want to drive 60 miles to go to work? Hey, that's my business. You want to sell cars through me or what? See, I had problems up there in Middletown. I got to get the hell out of that area. I grabbed some guy. He's, he don't know if he wants to buy. I push his face right in the fucking hood. Tell you buy this fucking car, I'll break your fucking head. I had problems over there, Paul. Well, it sounds like if you did that, you'd have problems anywhere. It's hard times. These fuckers, they gotta buy. I need dough like anyone. So what do you think? We got something going here or what? I don't know. I don't run that kind of operation. You see, here we're off to a bad start. But I don't run that kind of operation. We'll see. I could tone it down a bit, maybe choke a few people here and there. That's about it. Hey, it works. You think it's funny? It works. I sell. Yeah, but I don't run that kind of operation. I'm silly. I'm telling you, I'm silly. Yeah, I don't run that kind of operation. In fact, the salesmen don't even quote prices here. Let me try somewhere else then, okay? All righty. All right. See you there later, Nits. Okay. Right.
Here's Uncle Freddie. Hold on. Uncle Freddie's dead? It's just hilarious, bro.
Hello there. Yeah, how you doing? This is Kissel. What time are you people gonna come over and fix my sink? I don't know. Who do you want? I don't know. I called you guys about 4 hours ago to come fix my sink. It's all the water's all over the place. Nah, you didn't call here. Of course I called you. This is Kissel. Where you located at? I'm 24 Crescent Street. Oh, you're the one on Crescent Street? Yeah, that's right? What's taking you guys? Whoa, I told you I'd be there. Oh, Jesus Christ, yeah. Yeah, I told you I'd be there Wednesday. No, you said Monday. I said Wednesday. Oh, now you calling me a liar? Wait,
bro.
hold it. Maybe my son called. No, I don't know. Wait, hold it for a minute. Anthony.
Yes, hello?
Yeah.
Hi, this is Frank's son.
What?
It's Frank's son.
Yeah.
I called you last week. I was the guy.
Yeah, but I don't think I made any kind of an appointment or anything. As a matter of fact, I think, if I recall correctly, I think I gave you a price or something. You said you'd come back to me.
Yeah.
Back to me.
Are you Freddie?
Back.
Are you Freddie?
No, I'm not Freddie.
Yeah, Uncle Freddie.
What?
Uncle Freddie.
Uncle Fred?
Yeah.
Who?
You.
No.
Uncle Freddie's not there.
Look, there's no Uncle Fred here, and I think you're talking to the wrong party.
No. Yeah, talk to my father.
What?
Uncle Freddie didn't die. He said Uncle Freddie died.
Uncle Freddie died? Oh, my goodness. Martha, Uncle Freddie died. You're in trouble now. I'm gonna come there. I'm gonna break your fucking legs. You killed Uncle Freddie. They killed Uncle Freddie. They killed him. You motherfucker. Hey, whoa. What? Yeah. Who said anything? Do you know what you're talking about? Hello? Yeah. Well, what is wrong with you? Where's Uncle Freddie? Who the hell knows Uncle Freddie? You got the wrong party, I think, buddy. You killed Uncle. Now you want to kill me, right? You want to kill. You got the wrong party. You want to kill me now? This is Kissel. I don't know no Kissel. Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't know Kissel. I'm sorry. All right.
All right, maybe you need to be a little high to listen to those. But they were they were good in the 90s, bro. They were good in the 90s.
Yeah, we've just evolved.
Yeah, they're still good.
But
some
he'll
are great.
That's the thing is he'll probably bring it out in modern. It'll be just as great.
How do you recreate that? Like Crank Yankers? You know what I mean?
That's what it
like,
reminds me of. Yeah,
it was way before Crank Yankers for sure.
They're pulling VeeFriend Series 2 packs. There's still something nice about those Series 2 packs.
How do you feel about?
But those
Are you more excited to see Series 2 or Topps Chrome open? Which one do you get more FOMO out of?
I'm still looking for Series 2.
Yeah, me too.
If I'm being really completely transparent, there's Gary on the thing.
I think
the reason I think the Series 2, because I think you have a good point you're about to make, because I think I'm worth you. But the Series 2 thing is cool because the core card, the actual the listed card, the numbered card. If you get like
a rare,
a rare card, but not white like a one of ones or anything that rare, but just the fact that they're so different. There's so many similar cards in this Topps Chrome.
They're talking about Saturday right now. Card collectors too. They might show the. I can actually just pull it up for you. The poster. The poster is badass. That DJ Kaufman made. Fire, bro.
It's fire.
That's 11 by 17, all numbered and signed by DJ.
I have that comic back there. Oh,
yeah.
That's fire. Here, one second. Boom, got it.
But yeah, so you don't want to open your comic book tonight, right?
No, I'm not opening it.
Cool.
I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm not gonna even. If it's over at the register, it's like that comic book.
I feel like we can weigh them. I feel like we can weigh it and figure out if the card, if the thing's got
How would you be able to tell?
I mean, a regular cover compared to a cover that's got like holographic materials got to be heavier. Maybe not in a baseball card sense, but if you've got a 5x8 comic, you know what I mean? Like there's some weight to it. But the only way to be able to figure it out is if we had, once I get my other two,
To weigh all three.
we weigh them, and if any of them come up heavier than the other, then we keep that one.
It's interesting.
Or
we physically weigh it.
We go and buy $100,000 machine to reseal everything, and we open them up and then just reseal it, and then sell it for $1,000.
And we spend $999,000.
Yeah, then we're just 99 grand in the hole.
Yeah, but then we know how much is it worth knowing.
And then later on down the road, we can use it to our advantage.
The one thing that I like about the character breaks, what we did earlier, thinking about what you
We're
just
just
said,
joking, everybody. We're not really going to.
Yeah, but the thing I think about is knowing the character you're going to get, you just have to hope you're going to get a hit because you know you're probably going to get a character.
Yeah.
But getting the hit is what gets me excited.
For sure.
Looking forward to hitting it, which is interesting.
The character breaks are my favorite. Character breaks my favorite because like getting one pack is, it's cool, but 4 cards per pack, you're missing the boat on the amount of shit that you can collect.
Yeah.
And if you go for a character, especially because of the fact that so many characters are relatable to the fact that like somebody might love the moth that to the point where they're like, I just want the moth cards. You know what I mean? Like I don't care about the elephant or the ninja or any
the
of that
rarity
stuff.
of them either. Just want the moth card.
Yeah, like the swan, like they're Swan City cards, like,
yeah.
and that's all they're going for is
All
swan
the swans,
cards.
yeah. Which they were in there for that swan. I don't know if they got it, but
They did. I didn't. I bailed out because, like I like applying pressure. You know what I mean? And if I end up accidentally winning, that's my fault. But I like applying pressure because I want these cards to have value. You know what I mean?
I was with the Notorious Ninja. They were trying to stop it at 40, and I was like, if it's gonna stop at 40, I'm gonna take it for 44.
Yeah.
And like I was like, I don't care if the Notorious Ninja isn't got the first edition on it. I'm not gonna not take a Notorious Ninja for $40. So I swiped, and all of a sudden it jumped up to 50, and I was like, all right, I'll do 58 because that's my number. So I swiped to 58. And then it jumped to 64, and I was like, okay, now we're getting there. I was like, you know what, 68, I can do 60.
I don't think any. Oh, was there a purple Notorious Ninja that was pulled out of that?
I don't
pack?
think anything was pulled unsignificant. There was a Notorious Ninja pulled. I saw it happen.
Yeah, but it was just a core card.
Yeah.
Like, what was the purple card that was pulled? That was the rare one. Maybe the Firefly.
Yes,
Okay.
there's a Firefly. They got one of the best cards in it. But the skeleton was also one of the best cards.
Yeah, let's go.
So we got the one of the best. So, but I was saying a 64, and I was like, one more, and I swiped it, and I pushed it to the 68, and that person went into the 70s. I was like, all right, I'm gonna let go. But I definitely raised it for the bar for the guy. He was getting irritated. I could tell because as soon as I was done, it popped right immediately. Obviously, there may be their bid if you
and that's what I've noticed too. So there's pre-bids on there, and it'll stay low, and you can just keep bidding it up until their bid is outbid.
Yeah, I mean, it started at what was the one that started over 105? Not the Lucky Cat, but someone else started at 105.
The Elf.
Elf, yes, Elf at 105 from the jump. No one was even in it. It was 105, and then that was the start. And
that was because I'm assuming people heard Gary say that this is going to be the most valuable card in the deck. I'm going to make sure of it.
And you get the people.
All the
you
people.
get the entrepreneurs.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying is Gary V's Entrepreneur Elf card. He said specifically, I'm going to make sure this is the most valuable card in the box. He said that like yesterday or 2 days ago.
Okay, I didn't hear that. That's great to know. The elf is smart though because when it comes to Christmas time, he's gonna hold period of time of him.
Oh, for sure, bro.
So it's like
the turkey, the Halloween shit. Like, yeah, he's got it nailed.
So that's the thing is, like, I like to think that I'll think ahead because I'm a macro kind of thinker just because I can't help it. I don't know why, but I'm like I know if I'm thinking it, maybe some of them will be something he might not have thought of, but he's got enough people in his camp that they say, hey, we need to be focusing, like the polar bear, the different things, like renditions of the polar bear with the Coca-Cola like thing. I thought he might do that with the polar bear. I thought the polar bear would be way more involved than he has made it. But these seasonal characters, that is where there's value.
For sure, bro. I mean, not only value, but it keeps the relevance alive. You know what I mean? Like every single time a holiday comes around, if Gary just drops something, you know, like the skeleton He-Man thing, you drop that during Halloween, it's gonna fucking fly. You know, you do little things like this. That's just. Here, this is the better side here. And then let's go. It's got both characters in there, He-Man and V-Friends. And like this package, like his packaging is the best part of everything he does, bro.
Half of me wants to keep it, half of me wants to sell for a lot.
Right. You know, like, bro, those
you know what I mean?
Those flamingo sunglasses, you know, they're going for like $155 is what they're trying to sell them for. Yeah. They did a flash sale at $55 the other day.
Did you get some?
No, I was thinking about it, but it's like
I thought 75 was a good deal.
Yeah, $55 for the flash sale, and like I almost went like I would never wear those glasses obviously because I got the eye patch and like light frame glasses don't work for me.
But glasses sell well here.
I would have
on the shelf.
I would have bought it just because of the box. The box, the iridescent box that it comes in, like everything, like the presentation of it, like far exceeds the product itself.
That's fair, and we would have sold them pretty fast. I feel
for sure,
because for some reason, those Burrow glasses, if we can get a hold of those again and bring that back, they would sell like.
Man, we were selling those by the hotcakes, bro.
Yeah, I've never sold an item like that. Like it's amazing that what sunglasses can do, and any kind like.
It's amazing what a person can do if they put on a pair of sunglasses. Is what you mean?
Yes, but I think if Joe Burrow had something else that he was promoting, it's like the sunglasses being that novelty item.
For sure,
the item itself is what I'm saying. Because if he let's say we sold wristbands with Joe Burrow's number on it, not the same.
Right.
That's a football item.
It's the person wearing it like that made it popular. It's the fact that the interview itself when he goes, I think they're pretty cool. What do you think? You know what I mean? Like when people are like,
story.
Yeah. Like what do you like? Why are you wearing those sunglasses? Because they look pretty cool. Like what do you think? You know, like just how a normal
nonchalant
kid would respond.
Yeah.
Because I think they're cool. Do you like them?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's just it was a non-biased response that kind of just put everybody in the atmosphere. Like, I need them. I want them.
They were the most solid, fast-selling item.
Crazy, bro.
Chinchilla.
Crazy. Everybody was just slinging them glasses.